What will make me money is positioning myself ahead of a massive wave of opportunity. That is actually how you make a tremendous amount of money, through the value you provide helping others. So for you, it's not, I work additional 10 hours, I'm gonna make an extra $500. You gotta get out of the mentality. You have to get out of the mentality of hourly worker. The real way for substantial success, substantial amounts of money beyond providing value, is you have to think about whatever circles you're in, whatever industry you're in, you have to think about where the opportunity is for tremendous amounts of money to be made. It's all about positioning. Money is all around us. You just got to stand in front of it and collect it. It constantly flows all around us. You just got to position yourself in front of it and catch it. Understand, I didn't say it's not going to require a hell of a lot of work. I'm just saying position yourself in front, do the work, help others, be of value, and you will collect more likely, a lot of money in a short amount of time. Yo, what's up, everybody? This is the End-to-End Podcast, and I'm your host, Dr. Yun Win, affectionately called Ninja or Prolific Ninja by my family and friends. And because you all, my listeners, are my family and friends, you can call me Ninja too. This is the End-to-End Podcast, the Alpha to the Omega, the beginning to the end, talking about life, motivation, drive, success, self-improvement, and offering you morsels in this all-you-can-eat buffet called life. We are back, not in the studio, back in my conference room, because it's been one hell of a whirlwind this week. So excited about this PFAS campaign. I could not have asked for a better launch to this campaign than what we're doing right now. If you're new to the show or you haven't listened to the last few episodes, we are working on a campaign and raising cancer awareness around a chemical in our water, this invisible cancer-causing chemical in our water called PFAS, PFAS. So with that, if you want to support this show, because we do this on my own dime, on my own time, if you want to support the show, please support the cause. Go to pfasinjuryattorney.com or follow us on PFAS Lawyer on X and YouTube, where you can learn more about PFAS, this invisible chemical in our water that's causing cancer, wreaking havoc all around the country. In any case, before we get into the context of the show, I want to start as I start my day. Again, if you're new to the show, if you've been listening for a while, you know that when I wake up every morning, before I open my eyes, or when I open my eyes, before I get out of bed, I thank God and the universe for another opportunity to potentially be great and inspire somebody or anybody to live to their fullest controllable potential. It's all about gratitude for me. And with that, I am grateful for you. Because, I'm checking my socials for the show. It's constantly growing, constantly getting new attention, new spotlighting. And so with that, I want to thank you all. If you're new to the show, we only grow this show by word of mouth, which means you got to share the show. So I like to say, if you got anything out of value, any substance, any entertainment by 0.00001%, or you think this could help somebody else, please do share the show. The expression here is, if your knowledge swole, share the show. That is how we grow. Into the topic of today, and this really relates to what we've been doing with PFAS. So, and it relates to how you can potentially make money in your life, set yourself up for success. Okay, with PFAS, this is something major. It is a chemical that was discovered in the atomic bomb, the Manhattan Project. And the first use of the PFAS chemical was like in Teflon nonstick cookware. It's a it's a man-made chemical. It's called the forever chemical because the bonds used to create the chemical, which is a fluorine and a carbon, there's so much energy put in that man put in to make the bond connect that nature doesn't have an equivalent energy to break those bonds. So it's the forever chemical because if you leave it in the environment, it takes thousands of years to break down. Well, what's happened is that this PFAS has been used by companies for decades in manufacturing things to make them water repellent or oil repellent. So think of like your nonstick cookware, your pizza boxes, your to-go containers, your Starbucks cups, your straws, your makeup, dental floss, Band-Aids, your drinking water, the plastic bottles in your water. It's even found in like yoga pants and dry fit clothing. It's basically in every consumable product we use. Well, the key here is that the PFAS has been leaked into our water, like our natural rivers, lakes, streams, and so on. Those feed the aquifers or the water tables underneath the ground. Cities tie into the aquifers to give its residents its water, and that means we're drinking PFAS. We're bathing in it, showering in it, cooking, cleaning with it. I mean, it's everywhere. CDC studies show that 98% plus of Americans have PFAS in their body. Why is that critical? Because PFAS is now linked to cancer. Okay, why do I give you all of this? Well, this is a concept wherein, as an example, how you position to make money. People think you make money or make exceptional amounts of money by just putting in a lot more work, a lot more time. I get paid X dollars an hour, so the more hours I put in, the more money I make. Okay, that is not how you get extremely, extremely wealthy or extremely, extremely successful. Okay, the key here is understanding that the money is the byproduct of the value that you provide. Okay, so in this particular case, my mission is to raise cancer awareness to help as many families affected by cancer as possible as it relates to PFAS causing their cancers. Okay, huge thing. It's a huge thing. That in itself will not make me the money that I'm interested in. Okay, what will make me money is positioning myself ahead of a massive wave of opportunity. Okay, that is actually how you make a tremendous amount of money through the value you provide helping others. So for you, it's not, I work additional 10 hours, I'm going to make an extra $500. You got to get out of the mentality. You have to get out of the mentality of hourly worker. Okay? The real way for substantial success, substantial amounts of money beyond providing value is you have to think about whatever circles you're in, whatever industry you're in, you have to think about where the opportunity is for tremendous amounts of money to be made. And just put yourself in front of that. Think of it as a tidal wave of money coming. Okay? You can stand on the beach, make no money. You can kind of dip your toe in, but that wave's already crashed, so you're not going to make any money. Okay? You can be too early on the wave, right? So the wave doesn't start cresting and you're already still out in the ocean, right? And the wave is passing you by, you miss the opportunity. Or you position yourself in front of it. So as the wave comes, you're right there and you're just opening your net, catching all the fish or whatever it is, catching the money. It's positioning yourself in front of it. Okay? That way it's unassociated with the number of dollars per hour you work. You're going to work a hell of a lot of hours, don't get me wrong. But that work is not correlated to a specific dollar per hour amount that you can make. Therefore, what does that mean? Your earning is unlimited. Your earning potential is unlimited. So how does that relate to PFAS? Okay, let me give an example. Asbestos started in the 1970s. Okay, asbestos is a crystal that removes water and moisture from the air. So this crystal was used a lot, this powder was used a lot in construction. Well, the crystal turned out that workers, construction workers, ship channel workers, all these people in building would inhale these crystals and ended up getting lung cancer. Okay? 1980 to now, even today, 10,000 people in a year in America are still getting affected by asbestos. To today, how much money do you think has been paid out in that litigation? $500 billion. $400 to $500 billion has been paid out to people with lung cancer and remediation of the asbestos. Our research says that this PFAS litigation, this chemical in the water, the invisible chemical in the water that's causing cancer, and with 98+% of us having it in our blood, it doubles your chances of cancer. And 20 million people with cancer already, or some form of it. That money is going to be, that tidal wave is going to be 3 to 10 times what asbestos is. So how do I look to position myself in front of this? It's not just a tidal wave, this mega tidal wave of potential opportunity helping people. I'm investing a lot of time, a lot of money. In fact, this last week half the week just driving around Texas trying to talk to clients. Not making any money yet, but it's all about positioning. If there's this $2 or $3 trillion opportunity coming through, don't you think I just want to stand in front of it and whatever I can catch, I'm already there, arms open. Give it to me. Instead of just constantly busting my ass getting X amount of dollars per hour. You see, that is how you get a substantial amount of wealth, positioning yourself in front of it. And again, in this particular case with the litigation, it's not all about money. It's a passion project for me to help as many families affected by cancer as possible. But that being said, it's about positioning. If I help those people, the money will come. Trillions of dollars of litigation. Okay? But it's about positioning. So for you, whatever industry you're in, you must think about where the big money flows. If you're in construction, real estate, stocks, crypto, if you're in content creation, you have to think about where the big trends are moving. Figure out a way that you could be of value in those trends and then just position yourself. And if you're right and the trend hits, that's how you make a big amount of money in a small amount of time. That also takes, but it takes one big thing. It takes a big set of, if you're a male, this is an expression, forgive my ladies out there, forgive me, but it takes a big set of balls to do it. Because if you position yourself wrong, you lose out on a lot. Opportunity, money, time, investment. If I'm wrong on this PFAS thing, I've lost a lot. So you have to have confidence in it. You have to have the cojones, so to speak, to get out, get positioned, do the right thing, wait for the tidal wave to hit crest, and when it falls, you're just going to catch all that opportunity. Okay? So it's all about positioning. Money is all around us. You just got to stand in front of it and collect it. It constantly flows all around us. You just got to position yourself in front of it and catch it. It reminds me of an old show, a game show. I forgot what the title is, but they used to have this telephone booth of money, and the contestant would stand inside, right? And the money would swirl around in a fan, and you had like a minute or 30 seconds, whatever, and whatever you could catch, you get to keep that money. You'd have to catch that money, put it in like a little window, and whatever you can stuff in that window, you got to keep. Well, I keep watching the show, and everybody's like trying to grab the money like this until somebody figured out that the money swirled in a clockwise fashion. So all they did in this episode was position their body in front of the way the money swirled. So the money would hit, the hard cash would hit their bodies and stop. So they would just scoop it off their body and put it in the window. Which contestant do you think got the most money? The ones trying to grab it like this, an hour at a time? You know, this is your hourly wage working at a time? Or the person who just positioned themselves in front of the circulating money and just gathered it off their shirt? Think of it like that. Position yourself in front of the wave. I promise you, will give you the best opportunity to make a large amount of money in the least amount of time. Now, understand, I didn't say it's not going to require a hell of a lot of work. I'm just saying, position yourself in front, do the work, help others, be of value, and you will collect more likely, a lot of money in a short amount of time. Okay, back on the road on this PFAS initiative, awareness initiative. It's just going crazy. So please, if you want to support the show, like we said, this is all done on my dime, on my time. Got the crew here traveling to my office, setting up a mock studio just to record this content for you. The only way we grow the show is if you share it. So if your knowledge swole, share the show. That is how we grow. But also, you can support the show by hitting up the website, pfasinjuryattorney.com or PFAS Lawyer on X and YouTube to learn more about this mega environmental toxic campaign that we're trying to raise awareness on. Listen, it's not for me and the money. The reality is it's about the future of humanity, because this chemical is in almost 90% of America's waters. So if we don't stop this now, my kids, and further on down the line will have to deal with this later. So I'm not an environmentalist. I'm not global warming, all that stuff, or an alarmist. I'm just saying we have to stop the PFAS that's in the water. Okay? So if you're knowledge swole, share the show. I end my episodes like I end my day, and that's when my head hits the pillow before I close my eyes. I thank God in the universe for hopefully have had inspired somebody to live to their fullest controllable potential. With that, I want to thank you all for paying attention, listening to the show, following the websites, hitting them up. This is a unified front to support cancer awareness around PFAS, so please do share the show. That is how we grow. Be great today, but be even more grateful, and I look forward to bringing you another episode next week so we don't miss the streak of 2.5 years every week dropping an episode. Catch you soon.